Hey everyone, this is Matthew Rhodes and I'm joined by Matlock Town manager Paul Phillips. Philo, just looking back on last night's victory, it was a 4-1 win against Clipstone in the pre-season friendly. I thought they actually made a really good fist of it, Clipstone, especially in that first half. Just first of all, did you think it was a much tougher game than you anticipated it to be?
No, sound disrespectful, Matthew. I thought we was a disgrace first half to Clipstone. I thought there was a better team first half. Our attitude was totally wrong. We give the ball away numerous times in areas that we didn't have to, and we just looked like we was playing the occasion and not giving them the respect they deserve. Because obviously some of the lads thought that, we played Boston, we played Mansfield, played Derby, we played Chesterfield, and it just seemed like a bit of an anticlimax for a few of them. And they got told that in no uncertain terms at half time, which we won't stand for. But I thought, perfectly honest, we could have been probably 2 goals up before they even got in our half. We missed a couple of gilt-edged chances. But all in all, listen, we give a few lads a run out who realistically have not had a lot of minutes. We had 2 or 3 Trylists just to have a last look at certain individuals. And all in all, I thought second half we dominated. I don't think they really had a shot. We could have scored a few more goals. And it was a good workout, and I thank them for that. And I think they're a very good team, and I wish them well for the season.
Yeah, I did see you in the halftime interval. I did think you didn't look very impressed at all. So I imagine when you spoke to the players, it was a very quick sort of pointing out of what needed to change. But in a way, he's sort of happy. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Sort of like you've had that sort of first half performance hopefully out of the way before the competitive season starts. Sort of that the players seem to have taken that a little bit complacent fashion, and that's hopefully that's out of the way.
I wouldn't say complacent. What I'd say is, obviously, when you make changes to a team and certain dynamics change, lads playing different and playing catch up because a couple have been away. Obviously, some of the lads have had again. I think Sam had a 3-hour drive. Deck had a 3-hour drive from where they come from. So you sort of got to take that into account. Quotes and Burnsy had played in the memorial match for Dan Wilkinson the night before. So again, without making excuses, you sort of got to look at all the factors that are involved. But my biggest problem was we didn't start really well against Brighouse on Saturday. Our first half performances in some games have been a bit flat. So whether that's as a management team, we've got to look at what we're doing preparation-wise, what we're doing in the warm-up, I don't know. So we'll analyse that, see where we are with that. But it was just, all in all, I just thought was really poor in what we did and what we fashioned, and how many times we were sloppy in possession and give the ball away, to be honest.
You mentioned Trylists there just a little bit ago. Noticed, I think there were 3 of them overall that played in the game last night. Do you still think is there an opportunity for one of those Trylists to make a permanent switch over to Matlock? Is that still in your consideration?
Yeah, I think they all did reasonably well in sort of, again, it sounds a bit disrespectful. The pitch wasn't the greatest and most free-flowing pitch that we could have played football on, but I think they all. It's hard to see when they come into our club, in our team. I think it's a bit of a culture shock as well, because the demands that we have on them, and obviously the work rate that we sort of say that they've got to make sure that they stay up to that. And I think it probably takes them a bit of time to acclimatise. So it's hard to bring trials and then just have one look at them. I thought they all did reasonably well. The problem we've got now is we have got a reasonably strong squad. Lads coming back. Obviously, I think we had 5 or 6 out last night who played. So it's hard now to stake a claim unless they're going to be patient and wait for other lads to either get injured or to have a lull of form.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the players that were missing from last night. I think Liam Hughes, obviously, who's normally the club captain, was missing. So was Reece Kendall. Was that just to rest him, just because you have played quite a few pre-season games, or was it just any other reason to that?
Yeah, to be fair, Reece has gone away for a week, so he's back on Sunday. So, and we've told lads to make sure they have holiday. Obviously, the horrible situation we've just been in for the last 2 years. Not a lot of lads have had holidays, so we don't want to lose that family time. Same again with Liam. He's not seeing his kids, so again we've sent him away, told him to have a week off with programs and make sure they work hard. Obviously, Jono had an issue. Fool had a bit of an issue, a health issue at home. So obviously he had the nights off. Joe Bunny is moving house. Just trying to think who else was unavailable last night. And Coops, the keeper. We said to just have the night off because he'd played 90 minutes on the Saturday. So we wanted to see obviously Sean get 90 minutes, which is more local to him. So again, when you bring them players back into your team, it's going to enhance any team in our league. So for me, as I said, just on the trialist part, if you bring in trialists in, they've got to be better, or they've got to show qualities better than what we've took out. And even though I wouldn't say it was the greatest of football matches, I think they did okay. Whether they go forward with us, obviously, I'll tell them that the bigger picture that they may have to be patient for the time that they've come into the club, and then obviously we can go from there.
And we're nearing the start finally of the league season, coming up on the 14th of August, I think it is. So there's just 2 pre-season games left. So far, you've won, I think it's 6 from 7. Just overall, when you're looking back at your pre-season so far, what have you been most happy about? And is there still any particular areas that you do need to focus on and work on improving?
I'd have been happy if we won 7 out of 7, Matthew. No, listen, I think going into it and looking at the calibre of opposition that we played, again, I know you're a Chesterfield fan, but I thought they were by far the best team that we played on the day. And if it was allowed to have a bet, if it was a betting man, I'd put a few quid on them winning the conference. But I've been mostly pleased, perfectly honest, with how lads have come back. It's not hard. It's been very hard. I think 5-6 months we didn't really play a game. Some others that had been out, Chippendale and other lads, Joe Bunny and other lads that Carney had been out for probably 6 or 7 months. So to come back in the shape that they've come back in and hit the ground running, and realistically, when we've played full-time teams, we've not looked out of shape or we've not run out of energy or gas come to the end of the 90 minutes. I think we've sort of stuck in there and come on stronger. So that sort of tells you the calibre of lads and the calibre of players that we've got with us. So I think it's, when you've been out for that long, it's not 5, 6, 7 weeks, which normally have a pre-season. It's going to take time to get back together. And as I said before, a lot of these lads have only played 12, 13 games with what's gone on beforehand. So we are still a new group. I know people probably get sick of me saying that, but you don't just gel overnight. But for me, come the 14th of August, we've got a tough start against a team that Clegg's assembled there, a good team. Got some good players in there. Just brought Jack Redshaw in from Halifax. So I think it's a tough start. I think we've got Basford, Ashton, a few of the favourites who are going to be up there. So we'll see where we are. My biggest problem is, obviously, we've got Liam missing for the first 3 games, which is a big blow. But we're hoping to bring a lone striker in come Monday from a championship team. So hopefully, if that comes off, which we're 90% there, it'll be a big plus for us.
Yeah, intriguing, interesting that. And just a final thing, just before we finish, because just important to get this across as well. Obviously, it wasn't your sort of standard pre-season friendly for last night. There was a trophy on the end of it, but it's for very poignant reasons. It was the Marcus Bedo Memorial Trophy. Marcus tragically lost his life a few months ago. Just a few quick words, just about Marcus, and obviously, the impact that he had, not just from his time at Matlock, but also for your opposition last night. Just a few quick words about Marcus and what that trophy will have meant to the people closest to him.
Unfortunately, like I say, I didn't know Marcus. I may have played against him for either Chesterfield or Matlock. My condolences. No one should lose their life at that age. Still a lot. I can't put that into context. I've been kids myself, and when I spoke to his father last night, he was quite touched, and I think it's a tragedy. And we send our obviously condolences to him, and we hope that we've shown our respects in the right manner. I know Clipstone did everything that they could. I hope this trophy gets played every year. Obviously, in honour. But again, we send our condolences, and I know he'll be sorely missed by a lot of people. As we've seen, there's a good turnout last night, and good on the people for turning out, and I hope we did his memory proud.
Yeah, I think absolutely everyone on the pitch did him proud last night. Thank you very much, Philo, and all the best for the next game, which is against Sheffield FC. All the best.
Thank you. No problem, James. Much appreciated, Matthew.